Warning: heavy spoilers for Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 2, you have been warned. The episode begins with Yeonwoo and Dongsu outside of the red portal. Dongsu has given up and assumes that Jin is dead, completely underestimating him. It's so ironic that the people that he thinks are alive are actually dead in that red portal. Dongsu is very curious on why Jin is part of the strike team, and this man wants answers, and this dude is a brute. I mean, my gosh, his speed and strength are amazing. Yeonwoo stops him and he has a complete transformation. At first I thought this was a different character, but then I realized it's the red-haired dude, so we have a sneak peek of what he can turn into. Judging by his sharp nails and his change in hairstyle, is he some sort of part werewolf, part man? Whatever the case, I'm digging the new hairstyle. The two Eskrak men are now at each other's throats, and my gosh, the aura that they are emitting is quite deadly. I had a strong feeling these two were going to fight in this episode or the next. As in the previous episodes, they really didn't like each other. They were itching to scratch each other's faces out. We then cut to Hunter Kim, the captain of the team, coming back from that traumatic event, seeing his entire team get obliterated. All this dude did was talk and talk in the previous episode, calling out the others and basically bullying them, making them feel like losers. But look at him now. Captain Hunter Kim is in absolute shock over the fact that all the polar bears were eliminated by the E ranks, and he cannot believe it. I am just absolutely laughing at these scenes with Hunter Kim. Every phase he's just like, He cannot believe what he is seeing. He well and truly underestimated the E-rank dude known as Jin. We then cut back to Dongsu and Yeonwoo's fight, but the two of them are stopped. I really wanted to see the rest of the fight. I want to see what it looks like when you see two S-rank fighters fight one another. But they're stopped by this dude, telling Dongsu that Jin is nothing but an E-rank guy, telling him that his brother was killed in action. Of course, Dongsu does not believe any of this. He actually says something that truly surprised me. He thinks that the real killer is Jin's friend, the little rich boy in the armor suit. I was honestly quite dumbfounded by this, thinking that all this time he was thinking Jin was the real killer. He reveals that the reason why he was after Jin was because he wanted an excuse to kill some dude. This truly made me realize how much of a psycho this guy is. Dongsu gets a message, and whatever is on his phone has made him change his entire mind of killing Jin. He's now going somewhere. Where is this place? I don't know. Even though Dongsu seems to be this really tough demon, it does appear that he is following orders from someone else. Going back inside the portal, Kim is in absolute shock, and every time I see his face I just want to laugh. He just cannot wrap his head around the idea of E-rank surviving, and the dude goes psycho on them. While I don't like this character and while I do think he's a crazy psychopath, you do have to understand where he's coming from. This guy is one of the top dudes. He has worked and fought alongside other top guys, so imagine how his top men get slaughtered while the E-rankers live and are happy. That truly must irritate the heck out of this dude. Of course, he senses that it is Jin because in the previous episode, he just got this vibe that Jin seemed to be the true leader and he was hiding something after underestimating him. And Jin just knocks this dude sideways. Again, I was laughing at this scene. I know I shouldn't have been laughing, but dude, it was too funny. He got all serious and he just gets slapped around like a cartoon character from SpongeBob. And Jin's like, yeah, calm down, dude. The Ice Elves confront Jin and the gang, and Jin confronts the boss man, the dude on the horse, looking like the Ice King from Game of Thrones. Jin is actually quite stunned to know that he can understand the Ice King. When did Jin unlock this secret ability? I don't think Jin even realized he unlocked this ability. The Ice King wants one of his soldiers to fight him, and this dude is itching to fight him. I mean, look at his face. Dude spazzing out at the idea of fighting Jin, and pop, his head goes off. This episode has so many moments that subvert my expectations that I can't help but laugh at how outrageous some of these scenes were. The Ice Elf said something interesting that really caught my attention. He says that the Ice Elves have a voice in their heads to tell them to kill humans, but that voice in his head isn't telling him to kill Jin. We know Jin kicked the bucket in episode 1 or 2 and then was brought back to life, but he is still human, and I have never thought of him as anything other than human. Maybe his new awakening is in some way protecting him from being attacked by people who tell them to kill human beings, or maybe there's something more. He's about to reveal why they kill humans, but then there's a glitch. I wonder what that was all about. I think this plot point will be something big later on in this season, but Jin, being the go-to leader he is, does not want to give his friends up. The two of them stare down and they're about to fight. Black soldiers and black bears appear, and Jin's army and the Ice army come to a ferocious clash, and holy moly, I am getting Game of Thrones vibes from the soundtrack, the way it's shot, the way it's animated, and the effects. Jin, despite having this powerful army, realizes that they are not enough to fight the elves army. Even Icarus is not enough. enough, it's at that moment where he has to summon someone else. And in this moment I was like, but who? I honestly got excited to see what other mysterious warriors this goated character was going to awaken. As he's pondering this, the elf army king dude says that his name is Baruka, and I was laughing because this dude ended up being a Baruka. But him saying my name is Baruka and what's your name? My name is Son Jinwoo. I don't know why, but I got Bleach vibes from this scene. Back when Ichigo and the rest of the Soul Society are facing off the Urankars, some of the characters announce their names to their opponents before they fight. But let's get into this action sequence. Holy moly. This fight is going to give Icarus versus Jin a run for its money because it had it all: the choreography, the style, the art, the colors. Really cool sequence. But Kim gets up and he wants to take down Jin. I thought in this moment Kim was going to suck up his pride and team up with Jin to take down the Ice Elf King. But all of a sudden Jin awakens this new warrior and attacks Kim. This scene actually surprised me. Yes, Kim was a jerk and a bully, but he never once laid a hand physically on anyone. He never cut anyone down or anything. But the fact that Jin did this without a second thought, I thought maybe he would push him again or knock him down. But the fact that he killed him the way he did, damn. Jin's new warrior's design looks absolutely badass. I mean, look at this demon. This demon's name is called Iron. I think it fits his look and appearance. I don't know why, but I was getting Diamond Head vibes and Heat Blast vibes from this design. It's a cool design though. But oh my gosh, Iron versus Baruka blew me away. Oh my gosh, dude, the animation looked so good. This is one of the first few episodes that I want to rewatch immediately. But in all the glitz and glamour of the animation, when on earth did Jin and his army take out the Ice Elves? Things were happening so quickly that I didn't even notice. Jin slashes him and Iron hammers him with his hammer. Teamwork makes the dream work. But mate, seeing Iron hammer Baruka over and over again and Jin being a disappointed parent telling him, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. It was one of the few moments in this series which was actually really funny. Very anime-esque humor. The gang are able to get out of the portal. It is indeed funny how Yeonwoo thought that it was Hunter Kim who was walking out with his squad, but to his surprise it was actually the E-rankers. Of course, Yeonwoo is incredibly stunned by all this, and the person on his mind is one Jinwoo. Jinwoo has killed so many people and fought so many scary demons that him getting told off by a superior officer does not even faze him in the slightest, which obviously triggers Yeonwoo. He even activates a part of his powers. It was indeed a tense exchange between the two of them, and I can't help but wonder, will these two fight someday in the future? But Yeonwoo tells manager An that he wants him to be part of his guild, and mate, that's gotten me hyped because that means he's going to work alongside him and the blonde hair girl. It's like worlds colliding essentially. We see these guys in the background and now they're gonna finally meet one another. Jin says see you later to Han, and it looks like she's starting to take a liking to this dude. It's giving me Sword Art Online vibes when all the female characters started to fall for Kirito. As Jin drives home, he's disappointed that the only thing he was able to get was this dagger, but it does seem like he's going down a dark path as he stares into the mirror, thinks about what he did to Kim and how he didn't seem to care. I'm starting to get worried, dude. I hope he's able to see the light, and that light being his family. Jinha teasing him that she's going to eat all of the food. Jin's face was covered in shadow, but the moment he heard her voice, his face was lit up by light, showing us that it is his bonds with his friends and family that could possibly save him from going down the dark path. But he and Armored Boy are ready to go on their next mission. Han is all dressed up and she's looking rather different. She looks like a tomboy in the previous episodes, but now she's looking like a lady. And the way she's looking at Jin and the way her face is going red, Jinho, the armored rich boy in the front, can of course see what she is thinking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are they gonna actually go there? Isn't she like a 16-17-year-old and isn't he like 24? Jinwoo even comments on that, and Jin is like, so? I think Jin is just oblivious as to how much this girl is falling for him. But that's how the episode ends. Overall, another great episode. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Great action, great storylines. Characters were awesome again. When it came to comparing it with the manhwa, I do feel like they faithfully adapted it, adapting a whopping 4.5 chapters. I did notice some of the designs looked a bit different from manhwa to anime, but nothing that really bothered me, to be honest. A pretty good adaptation. But tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more solo leveling videos, as well as other manga versus anime comparisons, reviews, breakdowns, rankings, and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy dude review signing out.